Muito bem, gamers, Psique na área, estamos aqui de novo, né? No episódio anterior paramos aqui na história do Gus, né? E do Gregory. E estamos continuando a série então, né? De Edith, né? Família Finch, né? Espero que vocês estejam gostando, né? Se inscrevam no canal, clique no curtir, ative o sininho, né? Ajuda bastante a fortalecer o nosso canal que está começando, iniciando agora, né? E sem mais delongas, né? Vamos lá, bora continuar. Provavelmente é aqui que eu vou ter que subir.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Puxa vida, hein? Realmente eles gostavam de cada cantinho. É uma família um tanto que peculiar, né? Ah, tem a passagem por ali. Mas antes vamos... Opa.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Um disquete ainda, é? Nada de CD. Símbolos. Ah, down. Then. Then. Ah, eles podiam descer por aqui pelo corrimão. Eu não vou descer porque eu vou ter que subir tudo de novo, né? Eu
Religion
acho.
was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Ah, achei que era mais uma história de alguém da família que a gente ia ler. Ok, então vamos continuar.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Ok, eu posso descer? Acho que não é muito recomendado, né?
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Dan,
I'm sure
Lewis,
Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton, Edith.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Esses sacos de fertilizante apareceram no início, né? Primeiro episódio da série, né? Lá na varanda. Então, além da leitura, da fotografia, eles gostavam bastante de plantas e a obsessão louca por espaços apertados, né? Construção escondida.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Não, eles tinham tipo uma escola dentro da própria casa deles.
but it didn't last.
Odin. Opa, já temos um notebook aqui.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Eu tenho a parte para ir para lá e para subir. Aí eu vou para cá primeiro, depois eu subo. Mas eu posso subir? Posso. Então vamos ver o Milton primeiro. Vamos seguir a lógica. Milton. A porta está lacrada, como todas as outras, né? Uau! Opa! Achamos um lugarzinho para entrar. Esse jogo é muito intuitivo, né? Poucas as vezes assim eu me senti sem saber para onde ir. Vocês estão acompanhando aí comigo? É a primeira vez que eu estou jogando, sem corte, sem edição, sem voltar atrás. E salvando. Opa, perdoem. E não estou tendo muitas dificuldades, né? Eles gostavam mesmo, né, de espaços individuais. Não que não seja confortável, né? Acho que todo mundo, ainda mais algo assim relacionado a tantas artes, pinturas, leituras, merece o seu espaço, né? Vamos ver a história do Milton.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Essa história foi mais rápida, né? Salvando.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Eles não eram fracos, né? Ligados à arquitetura.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
É, duas formas diferentes de ver o mesmo tapete. Bonita a imagem da porta. Pássaros.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself.
Vamos lá. Mais uma porta
After he
lá atrás.
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
E agora? Pra cá? Ou pra cá? Vamos pra cá, né? Salvando.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Saída. É, realmente tem a saída. Mas eu acho que temos uma história para vivenciar aqui primeiro, né? Provavelmente ali. Ou já temos um game room.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
É isso aí, abra sua mente você também, né? Curtir jogos.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Finch. Finch. Legalize Danja. Então vamos lá, Sr. Lewis. Vamos observar o que temos aí.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
Controla o peixe
He
com a
said he
mão
started small.
e o
Imagine
cara
an
no
labyrinth.
labirinto com a outra.
He'd feel his way about.
Ah, confunde, né?
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Difícil controlar
He knew
os
it was
dois.
all in his head.
Era ele que trazia as latas de
But he
salmão.
took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Porque ler, controlar com o analógico
He told me he'd
esquerdo.
made a new friend.
Controlar o outro com o analógico direito. Ler as histórias. Um cachorrinho. Um dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Uau!
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Agora é o barco, mas vamos continuar com as duas mãos.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Tinha acabado de falar que o jogo era intuitivo, um
You
tanto
Lewis,
quanto
né?
fácil.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince, handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows.
Opa!
He followed the sound of her.
Opa, desculpa.
Silver harp.
Não para de vir peixe. Vamos lá.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
E continuando cortando o salmão.
He knew the world
Bora.
was all in his imagination.
O mundo estava todo em sua imaginação.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Ele deu uma carregadinha, lagzinho.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Minha imaginação é tão real quanto o meu corpo. Poxa. Minha imaginação é tão real quanto o meu corpo. Ok.
It was hard to argue with him.
Opa. Onde é que nós vamos? Será que era o vestiário ou o banheiro da empresa de salmão? Algo assim, nesse sentido. Já dá pra ver de longe que era o armário dele, né? Psicodélico. Ok.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch. Edith Finch.
I still thought I could save him.
Amigão, onde é que tu tá
Even
indo?
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Essa família é um pouco amaldiçoada, né?
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him.
Calicó. Vamos lá então.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Acho que essa história de trabalhar numa empresa de São João, coroa, enfim, eu imaginei.
Bend down his head.
Essa família é meio bolada, né?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Tenso. Doutora Emily Nutt.
My
Bem
brother was really
tenso.
cool. I wish you could have met him.
Salvando. Muito bem, gamers. Eu não sei quanto tempo vai durar o próximo episódio da série, né? Próximo capítulo. E vou parar por aqui mesmo. Depois eu retorno desse mesmo ponto. De novo eu friso, né, e peço para vocês se inscrevam no canal, dê um like, ative o sininho. Se tiver algum comentário para melhorar, deixe aí na descrição abaixo. E tudo de bom. Abra sua mente você também. Porque gamer. E até breve.